here's the All Lives Matter one. Do you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. So one of my students created this one, and I mean, it's clear that they're critiquing the attitude, right? So I think that was a productive way of engaging with some of these ideas. Notice also, let me see. This was one. This is the Salt Bay one I was talking about. So again, it's dealing with a more neutral, though still sensitive, kind of a situation, right? How hard it is to be a graduating student, and the kind of finances that are happening, all the sprinkling of problems that accrue there. And there's this one which addresses again the narrative, right? It's the visual narrative of a moment. It's a critiquing Trump, right? My husband is a gentleman, and here's Melania left behind in that famous set of images. So I think part of what's interesting in terms of the social function of memes is that they are, how shall I say, they're being used as, I think memes are a way in which the narrative of a moment gets battled out. And I think it is, you get memes from the right, you get memes from the left, you get memes from all kinds of shapes and attitudes, but it's about controlling the narrative of the moment. So for instance, if you see some of the State of the Union memes that emerged when Nancy Pelosi famously clapped at Trump, right? Here's Patton Oswalt labeling it, congrats for inventing the fuck you clap. And there she is clapping at Trump in the State of the Union. And we can see other memes in that vein, right? That make it less political, or maybe bring down the political text, right? The subtext is still there, but now it's being applied to other topics, which is a nice thing about its versatility, let's say.
Leo, can I ask, I want to back up a little bit, because I think you brought up an interesting point when talking about being more critical and thinking through the process of sharing something, that when you do it in a class and you have drafts and other people look at it, that idea is not really how it works usually on the internet, right? Like we share things very quickly. Oh God.
Or on a group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that process of going through with your students, having a time to reflect on it, did that change the way that you then started sharing, like just on a daily basis? And did that change the way your students started sharing? Is that something that we should be talking about? Or is that something that like,
I would
it's not going to
so.
happen for the vast majority of people, so we shouldn't talk about that?
I would hope so. I mean, I think teaching memes and teaching meme making and really reflecting and looking at drafts before even going public, right? And thinking, questioning our assumptions leads to not only, I think, better meme making or more responsible or more savvy or more powerful meme making, but also, better practices later on when it comes, if they learn what there is to be learned from this, right? And if we all learn what we have to, some of the things we should be learning to be more critical and more self-reflective before just hitting share or just creating something and sending it without much reflection. So I think that's an important value of bringing memes into the classroom as a kind of writing practice and as a kind of critical reading practice and discussion.
Yeah, I think a good example of a meme that people just kind of reflexively, unreflectingly shared was the distracted boyfriend meme. In fact, that you could critique that meme for all sorts of things. Which, to put a plug in for the edX side of the course, we actually have 4 colleagues at Davidson, different professors from various departments, kind of reading that meme and other memes from different points of view. So if you want to kind of take a peek at how you might read some of these memes critically, I think that's a good way to look at it.